Well, Kano State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, APC, appears to be divided over the possible return of former Kano State Governor and 2023 NNPP presidential candidate, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, to the party. In a press conference held at the APC headquarters in Kano on Friday, the state chairman, Abdullahi Abbas, confirmed reports that Kwankwaso, who was recently expelled from the NNPP, is making moves to rejoin the APC. Abbas welcomed the development, describing it as a positive step. He says, "We have received reports that the leader of the NNPP, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, who was expelled from his party, is preparing to return to the APC. This is a welcome development. We are happy and pleased about it." However, the chairman made it clear that those who previously insulted party leaders and the government, including President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima, must first offer an apology before being considered for readmittance. Anyone who knows they have insulted our leaders, such as President Tinubu and his vice, must go back and apologize to them. It's not acceptable to accuse and attack them in the past and now claim you want to, come back under the leadership, he warned. Abbas emphasized that the APC remains open to new members and has instructed ward and local government executives to begin registering interested individuals. He added that the party would provide a fair platform for all aspirants, stating, "Anyone who wishes to contest for any position is free to do so. Once the people vote for them, so be it." He cautioned, however, that the APC would not serve as a refuge for individuals facing legal or ethical challenges. He says, "We are also aware that some individuals are seeking to join a party for personal reasons, either because they have failed politically at the national or state level, or because they are under investigation by the EFCC or ICPC. They should know that our party is not a safe haven for thieves and criminals. We will not shield anyone. The law will take its course," Abbas added. Despite the chairman's open arms, some senior party members strongly opposed Kwankwaso's return. While speaking to newsmen on Thursday, APC spokesman Ahmed Arua flatly rejected the idea.
That's a long read.
Yes, that was quite the long read, actually. I actually wanted to take the whole, story so that we can get a clue as to, what is going on in Kano State APC. Well, let me get your reactions again to this development in the APC in Kano State.
I must commend your expertise in your rendition. I think I commend you.
Thank you so much.
So, in diving into this, I think APC, the person that issued this statement is appropriating and reprobating at the same time, using the stick and carrot approach.
Okay.
This is what APC is known for. Having known that the ship is not really stable where Kwankwaso is, given his fallout with Anebulam, who is the founder and the owner of NNPP. They have been going back and forth. So I don't know where their case are now, whether INEC has been directed by the court to recognize Anebulam, or maybe the person who is the chairman that's being installed by Kwankwaso is still in the saddle. But we have it on good authority that Kwankwaso has been expelled, but the governor, Yusuf, is still a member of the party. So be that as it may, it is germane to state that Kwankwaso has been a political nomadic,
all right.
Moving from one party to another, and his type of political ideology does not suit any of these political parties. Kwankwaso should have formed a political party, because his political party is hinged on this more Islamic teaching of almsgiving, and bringing in the people without inhibition. He's a man that is loved by so many people. He's a man that is accessible. He's not in the category of the Nigerian politicians that lord it over others. Kwankwaso is somebody who is a specialist in man making. His political ideology aligns with those of the First and Second Republic. So most of those political parties that have been formed, is not in alliance with his vision and mission as a politician.
Okay.
So if there are rumors, or maybe the APC, why I said carrot and stick approach by the APC is they are just taunting him, or they are just testing the waters. You could recall that even in the after the 2023 general elections, there was a reconciliation between Ahmed Bola Tinubu and Kwankwaso, when we also even heard that he was to take up a ministerial appointment.
Right.
And you could see the politics and the maneuvers that played out in the final litigation of the contestation of the fallout in the governorship elections. The APC won in the tribunal. The APC won in the appeal. There was a high level of politicking, agreement and all that happened before the Supreme Court delivered that judgment. That came to a surprise that Yusuf finally, after losing on the two lower courts, can emerge finally in the Supreme Court. So it gave a lot of us that are political watchers and analysts a lot of food for thought.
All right.
So now you see where it's playing out.
Okay.
After that, we heard that he will be given a ministerial appointment after they said he has declined. So there is this, secret romance. There is this, bed romance between Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kwankwaso, given the strategic nature of Kano State in any given election in Nigeria. And having heard that Kwankwaso is in this discussion and the midst for this coalition, it sends jittery into the camp of APC. So if you ask me, Victor, is the APC that is throwing this carrot and stick?
Right. So it is alleged that Kwankwaso is returning to the APC in Kano State as it stands. Now the question is, what do you think, as an analyst actually, what do you think might be the potential benefits and risks for the APC in Kano State as regards Kwankwaso's return, given the fact that he's very influential and controversial, most especially in the party?
If assuming without conceding that he returns to the APC, who becomes the state leader between him and the national chairman of APC, who is his boy? He brought Ganduje into the political space. So if you ask me, Kwankwaso is not going to APC because a lot of shades have been thrown, and given the fallout between him and Ganduje, I don't see Kwankwaso even thinking, even if political parties have finished, it is not in because his Kwankwasia group is always there to give him the votes.
Okay.
So if they have told us that he will resurrect a hitherto unknown NNPP and use it to win an election, we will not believe it. So he can still find any other political party and drive his ideology and win election. But telling me that he's coming back to APC with this fragile nature of the peace that is existing between him and the Ganduje
and his controversial past,
and his no, it can the APC is just trying to make the news, and they are playing the opposition which they know how to play.
Okay, they are also demanding for an apology from Kwankwaso for his past criticisms of the president, suggesting internal APC sensitivities.
Yeah,
now the question is, how might these conditions affect, party unity, most especially the APC in Kano State?
I think I've answered the question because if he threw shades or shreds on the president during the elections and all that, it's part of the politics we see in Rivers State and the Nigeria at large, and the Kano politics is not an exception. So Kwankwaso throwing shreds on the president or calling him out during election, you are galvanizing vote. You are talking down on your opponent. That is what they call politicking. So I don't know when it is now being used against a politician for him to to join a political party. But if that is true, they have already mended their fences, because, like I said, Kwankwaso and Bola Ahmed Tinubu has mended fences. Okay. If they can go and wrestle power, because remember, APC was 100% and 10 sure that they were going to win back Kano State because of the infractions we saw played out during the governorship elections, March 18th governorship election. But what happened? You know, he went and played the politics that he knows how to play. You know, there were give and takes. So if anybody in APC, whether the spokesperson, whether the national chairman is waiting for a public apology by no less a person than Kwankwaso before if he has the intention of rejoining APC, that has been taken care of. Okay. Because for his name to even be mentioned as people that were taunted to be given a ministerial appointment, even during the ambassadorial appointment, his name was filtered in. Okay. But that means they have already set that behind them and they are moving on as politicians. All right. What will you say that will happen in the time that there will be a peace mediation between the FCT minister and the suspended governor Nyesom Wike? That means Fubara will list his apologies. We will make a book and we make a 10 paper, so to say. Okay. And the FCT minister's camp and Matthew Samuel will also write a novel to apologize. But these are politics. Oh, right. They know where to meet. If tomorrow he can even, as the president is still in France, Kwankwaso can jet out to France and you see a picture between him and that will rubbish whatever this person has said. And again, finally, remember what this what's the man that released this press statement? Is it Ahmed? I think it's Abbas. He's not in tune with APC and this mantra. Okay. Remember what the former governor of Edo State said, now Senator Adam Soshomole, that whenever you enter into APC, your sins are forgiven. Okay. So why are they recalling the sins of Kwankwaso will be the $1 million question. Well,
Abbas also gave us very strong warning as regards to what you just said now. And
that they are not the ones that
APC is not a safe
heaven. It's not a safe heaven for thieves.
Implies concerns about Kwankwaso.
No, that means he's a novice. Now, okay. He's a novice in APC for him to have said this, because who was Adam Soshomole made that statement that APC is a habitat, is a place of hibernism, if there is any word like that, for anybody who has committed any political infraction. Even the one that Abbas is talking about, that there's somebody that wants to go into APC, is the person that is being questioned by EFCC and IPC. Is in nullity, because when the now Senate president entered, his sins was given. I mean, in the person of Ababio, his sins was forgiven. In a broad daylight, Ababio's sins, they were dropped. So with all and of so this, many of them who has entered.
With all of this now that Abbas has won, saying that APC in Kano State is not a safe heaven. Well, do you think there might be any legal or ethical scrutiny, most especially when we have issues when people want to return, or people who have been accused of either stealing or, you know, who have been found probable by the EFCC or ICPC?
If APC is not a safe haven, what is the national chairman of APC, Alhaji Omar Ganduje, doing as the chair of APC? That should tell you that APC is a common room for commerce. You are.
Well, that's your thought.
So yes, it's a common room of commerce. So that is why I'm telling you that this Abbas is a novice in what APC stands for. And we have seen high-profile Nigerian public exposed politicians who were being chastised, who were being probed by ICPC and EFCC, run into APC, and their sins were forgiven. Where are the white papers that were hitherto authorized by the Muhammadu Buhari-led administration on the NDDC? Okay. And is it Niger Delta Ministry under the watch of the now Senate President Ababio? So where are they not being pushed out of APC if it's not a safe haven for thieves.
Okay.
And let us call it what it is. Well, he said it's not me that called them thieves, so yes. It's Abbas. Abbas says it's not. So okay. Those people that have been found wanting in one financial inappropriation or the other, financial improprieties, one or the other, but they are seen in APC, that means APC is a help for thieves.
All right, I still ask you a question. Do you think that they can be legally or ethically, scrutinized? That's the question.
For those who are there, and no, it doesn't happen in Nigeria.
Okay.
You don't use, you don't say it, you don't.
What if they happen to set a precedence? Would that happen?
No,
would
see,
that take place?
if assuming a chairman of an estate, as we have it in the Nigerian setting, is the person who has contracted vigilantes to keep watch of the estate, and he's driving in, will he be asked to open his boot? Wow.
Okay,
he will not be asked to open his boot for them to for security checks.
All right. Well, if peradventure Kwankwaso, probably this happens to be true, that he actually wants to come back to the APC in Kano State. Do you think that legal or ethical scrutiny at this point might impact his political comeback in APC in Edo State?
If my memory serves me right, politically, and all the news that are in the media spaces, we've not heard that Kwankwaso is being questioned for any financial infraction. Right. Rather, the person that is being questioned, and his case just came up last week or last 2 weeks, is Alhaji Omar Ganduje, who is the chair of APC. He's still being questioned about the Ghana dollar issue. And until that issue is done with, I don't remember that issue was swept under the carpet. And when he came back, when they won the 2023 general elections, they brought it out, they dusted it, and they went back to court. And don't forget the emirship tussle. So where are they even, where we are about sleeping and waking up and say that Ganduje, Kwankwaso want to join APC. Right. Then you see a lot of deep holes that are separating both. The only thing it will make for APC, like you asked, if Kwankwaso joins APC, that means that the governor he brought, which is Yusuf, will join APC, and APC will become the ruling party.
Well, let's take a look at APC.